We all love huge orange bars, but because of this, I see a lot of sellers doing the same mistake over and over again, which is trying to optimize for revenue, trying to optimize for those, to have those huge orange bars, and they stop looking at their bottom line, at their profit margins. And because of that, they make less money than they could just because they want to flex on people with orange bars, which does not mean anything. The orange bars are worth nothing. So in today's video, we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about how you can actually run a business that can help you replace your income without reaching those numbers, and why I think that it's dumb to optimize for this and to go for these numbers if you are not trying to scale further. Before we actually do, I am now offering one-on-one coaching. So if you need help to scale your Amazon business or just to start it, you are having some issues, link in the description, book a call with me. We can build a plan to help you reach your goal on Amazon. Link in the description, look at my availability, book your call. I'm going to increase the price soon. I don't know when exactly, but at this price, it's not sustainable because it's not worth my time. And just compared to the competition, it's still super low. So if you want to book a call, do it as fast as possible because I'm soon going to be increasing the price. I don't know when exactly, but it will happen soon. Also, we have a Discord server, best place to meet other people, best place to actually network, because this is one of the things that you need to do if you want to get ahead in this game. You need to talk to other sellers, you need to learn from them, and because two brains are better than one brain, and you are going to learn way faster. Best way to do it, join the Discord server, start talking, start being active, and soon enough you'll make some friends. I made a ton of friends on the Discord server. Join the Discord server, come and go with us. So, as I say, you need to understand one thing. Orange bars, top line, revenue do not mean anything. A lot of the time you see that sellers selling like slightly above $100,000 a month run profit margins of about 10 to 13%, right? So what you need to understand is that, like, let's just take this as an example. If you make $100,000 a month at 10% profit margins, it's only $10,000 profit, which is still good money. But what I'm trying to say is that if you do not want to scale super fast, and if you do not want to necessarily reach those numbers and go beyond that right now, you can reach the same amount, you can reach the same revenue without having as many moving parts in your business, because I was able to reach that pretty much that same revenue with just shy of that same profit, with just shy of $40,000 a month before I actually started my transition into my prep center. These were my numbers because I had profit margins that were above 25% profit margins. And an healthy Amazon online arbitrage business can run at 20% profit margins. You do not have to have margins that are that low, which means that if you run, even if you, let's say your business is making $25,000 a month at 25% margins, it's already healthy profit to replace your income if you are not trying to scale further. No. Does that mean that you should not scale further? No, it does not mean that. But this is something that you need to be aware of. You do not need to have, and this is something that a lot of beginners do not understand. You do not need to have $100,000 a month in revenue to be able to live comfortably from your Amazon business. If you want to do this, if you actually prep your items yourself, not because it saves money, but because you are going to be able to tap into some products that other people cannot tap in. People with prep centers cannot tap in, like cheap products, products that, products that bundles, stuff like that, that people with prep centers are not going to be able to jump in because it costs them more money to prep. You have a specific niche, a specific sub-niche of product that you can tap into that they cannot tap into. And so less competition, you can dominate the listings more, it's going to be way easier for you to make money, and you will have better profit margins because there's less competition. Also, when you start working with prep centers, you're going to start dealing with more shoes and with more clothing, which has bigger return rates, which cause your profit margins to go down. Just like me last month, I had a product that had way more returns than I expected, and it killed my profit margins. Now, the thing is that if you are not working with a prep center and if you are not operating at a huge scale yet, you can sell a lot of beauty and a lot of OTC. The great thing with beauty is that the return rates are super low. With beauty products, the return rates are super low. Not only that, but most beauty websites are going to give you a huge amount of products for free that you can actually resell on Amazon. And for those that you cannot resell on Amazon, you can sell them on eBay. This can help you boost your profit margins by a ton. I used to sell boxes full of products that I received for free that were 100% profit. Of course, you still need to pay Amazon like the referral fee, all that stuff, but like there's a lot of ways that you can use to actually boost your profit margins. And so if you are just trying to replace your main income or just to supplement it, to have something on the side, just know that you do not need to reach because to be honest, if you are not trying to scale, if you are not trying to scale further, if you are not trying to scale aggressively, to inject money into the business, more money into the business to make it grow faster, to stack up money, or if you do not, or if you actually, if the reason you are working this business and that you are staying at $100,000 a month at 10% margins is because you want a lot of free time, because you're outsourcing a lot of stuff. If you do not fall in any of those buckets, it's actually a super dumb place to be at six figures a month with 10% profit margins, because you could make more money without working as much, without outsourcing a lot, and live comfortably if you are not trying to scale yet, and so you can stack up money and then stack up money to scale further. But yeah, it's a super dumb position to be in if you're not injecting a lot of money into your business, if you're not outsourcing a lot of stuff, and if you do not have the skills to outsource stuff effectively yet. You are better actually working with less revenue and trying to optimize your profit margins instead of optimizing your revenue and running things at scale. It does not make sense. This is something that I think a lot of beginners need to know, because people like to post orange bars on Amazon and stuff talking about the revenue, but never talk about their profit margins. And you need to understand that you do not have to run your business the same way as someone that is running it at scale at six figures a month. You can optimize your profit margins by doing a lot of stuff yourself, by tapping in on stuff where there's less competition, by taking advantage of free products, all that stuff. But yeah, this is really something that you need to understand, and you can really run your business more effectively than that, make more money, put more money into your pocket, stack up some money, and then scale later. You do not necessarily have to scale directly. Like, for example, for me, the decision that I took to transition to a prep center, to prepare, to actually, how to call that? Not to scale directly, but to get the turf ready to actually start scaling, cost me a lot of money and cost me a lot of profit. It cut into my profit margins by a lot. This is something that you need to understand, because you need to be ready. If you are actually ready to scale, and it takes some time, the process to scale actually takes some time, you need to get all that ready, and your profit margins are going to go down. If you are comfortable where you are right now with your business and that you are making enough money, you do not have to graduate just yet. You don't have to do what I'm doing right now, because to be honest, I could just stay in Miami and just work my business like the way I was doing it, and make way more money than I am doing right now in profit. I am not, because I'm getting ready to scale, and it's a different game. It's a different game to scale. Your profit margins are going to go down. Yes, you will have more time, all that stuff potentially, but yeah, you do not need to do this. To be honest, you do not need to go through this. You do not have to. I mean, eventually, yes, you want to scale your business. You do not want your business to stay at the same place forever. But you do not have to rush it, to be honest. You can just work your business the way you do, make your profit margins, make great profit, and then transition later when you have more money stacked up. You do not have to do it directly. It's dumb. If you are not trying to scale, it's really dumb to do it this way, in my opinion. The only reason why you would want to reach $100,000 a month at 10% profit is because you are actually trying to scale further. Because the more you scale, the more your profit margins are going to go down. But if you just chase orange bars just to flex, all that stuff, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to chase $100,000 a month at 10% profit margins just to flex. A lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff that falls out of your control, and so it's better to just take care of the stuff yourself and have less revenue and optimize your profit margin instead of optimizing for revenue. It's great to optimize for revenue if you want to scale actually beyond that. If you want to scale to 200, 250, potentially $300,000 a month, if this is your goal. But if you just want to go to $100,000 a month, just to say, I did it, it's super dumb. Just stay where you are, optimize your profit margins, and grow slowly. If you're not trying to inject a lot of capital into the business, just do this, grow slowly. It's not worth it. The only reason why you would want to set up your business that way is if you are trying to scale further. If you are trying to scale further up, inject more money into the business and really scale aggressively. If not, in my opinion, it's really dumb. And you really need, as a beginner seller, you really need to understand that if you make $25,000 a month, someone doing, not necessarily 25, but let's say if you make, it's a bad example, let's say you make $10,000 a month in revenue, $15,000 a month in revenue. Someone making $100,000 a month in revenue, if you are making $10,000 a month in revenue yourself, is not making 10 times the profit as you are doing. You need to understand that. If you are running $10,000 a month at 25% profit margins, someone doing $100,000 in revenue at 10% margins is only making like four times more profits than you, not 10 times. So this is something that you really need to understand. Top line is not, it's not a linear relationship. You really need to understand that. And so because of that, when you scale, it's something that you need to understand. When you set up your business to be able to scale, you will need a lot of capital to inject. And it does not mean that you are going to multiply your profit by a lot, because the more you grow, the less, it's the law of diminishing return. The more you are trying to scale, the less your profit, the more you're trying to scale your revenue, the less your profit is going to scale. Like, your profit is not going to scale linearly. It's not going to scale at the same time. It's not going to scale. It's not going to be a one-to-one relationship. And really try to understand that. Stop looking at top line without context. There's always a context. And so running at 10% profit margins is really dumb if you are not trying to scale further, if you are not trying to scale really to 200,000, 300,000. Really start to understand that. If not, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it if you are not trying to reach that point. Just reach a comfortable $40,000 to $50,000 a month, doing everything that you can yourself, prepping some stuff yourself. Yes, start working with the prep center a little bit because the prep is going to take a lot of time. But yeah, like, really try to optimize. If you are not trying to reach those numbers, I'd say, and you are not in a situation like me where you want to travel and all that stuff, really optimize your business for profit margins, for profits, instead of optimizing your business for revenue, because it really does not make sense. And guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to just optimize for revenue just to flex. It's not worth it at all. Optimize, first start optimizing your business for profit margins, for profits, and then when you sit on a little bit of money, when you have the means to actually scale your business, yes, actually start to do it actually. But if you're just doing it to flex, it's super dumb and it's not worth it. Like, if you want to make $10,000 a month with Amazon, there's way easier way to do it. You can do it with $45,000, $50,000 a month of revenue, with half the revenue, with half the moving parts, without having to deal with other people, external people, and with less headaches. So if you want to get the headaches, actually do it for the right reason, because you want to scale your business, just not because you want to flex orange walls. All right. So yeah, that was today's video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it avoids you learn from it and you don't make those mistakes just because you want to flex. So if you want to learn more about selling on Amazon, all that stuff, watch these other videos on the screen right now. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Link in the description to join the Discord server. Link in the description to book a call. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video, because I release a new video every single day. Thanks for watching.